Basketball keeps on fighting.
And swim and dive finishes up their season.
All this and more coming up on the Penguin Rundown. Welcome into the Penguin Rundown. I'm Monica Curtin alongside Kelsey Norris. Kelsey, this is an exciting time of the year. It's that point in the year where all of our athletes are really busy and all the sports are in full swing.
Yeah, just like you said, the athletes have a very busy schedule this week and the upcoming week, but it's really exciting to see what's going to come out of it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the rest of the semester goes. But you're going to get us started with one of the sports that's going through some changes, and that's football.
Yeah. YSU has welcomed 2 new coaches to the football program. Joe Schaefer was named as the defensive coordinator, and Troy Rothenbohler was named the offensive coordinator for the upcoming season. Schaefer comes from John Carroll University, where he was the defensive coordinator for 2 years. He also spent time as the director of scouting at Iowa State for 2 seasons before that. Rothenbohler comes from Eastern Kentucky University, where he served as a tight ends coach. Before his time at EKU, he helped the Arizona Cardinals, working with the quarterbacks in a quality control position. The 6 seasons before that, he was the offensive coordinator at the University of Findlay. We welcome both coaches to YSU, and good luck next season.
The men's basketball team had their final 2 home games of the regular season this past week. The Gwins split the weekend, taking out Horizon League leader Wright State on Thursday, but falling to Northern Kentucky on Saturday. On Thursday night, fans packed the Beagley Center, and the Penguins didn't disappoint, pulling away with an 88-70 victory. Sophomore DARIUS QUISENBERRY had arguably the best night of his collegiate career. The young point guard scored a career-high 41 points, which included 7 three-pointers. Junior Naz Bohannon had his 6th double-double of the season, with 16 points and 14 rebounds. Here's what QUISENBERRY had to say about the crowd's energy over the weekend.
Amazing. You could just see the smile on people's faces. People wanted to come to a Youngstown State men's basketball game, and I don't know how long that's been, how long it's been coming, but I think it's really good, and it's good for me because, you know, that's what we came here to do, change the culture, change the community, and I think our team and our guys, and we're all collectively really starting to do that.
On Saturday afternoon, the men's basketball team honored the 2 seniors, Devin Morgan and Donnell Cathcart III. It was a special moment when the 2 seniors scored the first 6 points of the game with a 3-pointer each. Despite the energy from the fans and a 14-point game from Cathcart III, the Penguins dropped this contest 61-59. The team travels to Green Bay tonight and to Milwaukee on Saturday for their final 2 games of the regular season. Tip-off for both games is set for 8 p.m.
The women's basketball team played a pair of games at the Beagley Center this past weekend. The team took on Detroit Mercy Titans on Friday night. The Titans had the lead for the first 3 quarters, but the Penguins came back in the 4th quarter to secure a 72-66 victory. YSU was led by guards Ndasia Jackson and Chelsea Olsen, who each had 13 points. Maddie Shires was another key offensive player for YSU, as she knocked down 4 threes throughout the contest. The second game of the weekend was on Sunday against the Oakland Grizzlies. The Grizzlies had the lead and momentum from the start to finish in this ballgame. The Penguins dropped the contest by a score of 86-73. They were led by Chelsea Olsen once again. Olsen had 18 points while grabbing 8 rebounds. Behind Olsen was McKenna Peters, who had 14 points and 5 rebounds. The Penguins will travel to Wisconsin next week to conclude the 2019-2020 regular season. The team will take on Milwaukee on Thursday and Green Bay on Saturday.
The swim and dive teams competed in the Horizon League Championships this past week at the Oakland Aquatic Center. On day 2 of the men's conference championship debut, Ryan Scher broke the school record in the 200 IM, while the men finished with a school record in the 200-yard freestyle relay. On day 3, Wilson Cannon beat his own school record in the 100 butterfly. The Penguins broke another school record on day 4, the 400-yard freestyle. The men ended up scoring 97 points in the meet. For the women, on day 1, Tess Weiskopf finished 8th in the 3-meter dive. The women finished 6th in the 200-yard medley relay and in the 800-yard freestyle relay. On the second day of the meet, Casey Prentice set a school record in the 50-yard freestyle and finished 8th. On day 3, Ida Urinovich finished 6th in the 400 IM. Defane St. Giles earned an 8th place finish in the 100-yard breaststroke, and Jamie Lemming took home 10th in the 100-yard backstroke. Tess Weisskopf finished 7th place in the 1-meter dive. On the final day, Defane St. Giles placed 6th in the 200 breaststroke. Casey Prentice finished 8th in the 100 breaststroke, and Josie Presky placed 8th in the 1650. Adi Rinovics finished 9th in the event as well. The Penguins placed 7th by scoring 282 points. For more on the swim team, we're going to send it over to CHRISTINA SAINOVICH, who is at the roundtable with head coach Brad Smith.
Welcome into the roundtable. I'm CHRISTINA SAINOVICH alongside swim coach Brad Smith. So, Coach, can you just talk about the season overall now that it's come to an end?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great season. You know, it's you never know what to expect. Just going into a new program and, you know, getting the opportunity to reinstate a men's team and you know, the women were quick to embrace, you know, the changes that we implemented this season and, you know, the guys that we were able to bring in. You know, we're just so appreciative of the opportunity. I honestly couldn't, you know, I was talking to my staff earlier in our staff meeting, and we were going over the season, and I just couldn't believe, like, how, you know, we were going over our goals and what we met and didn't meet this season. I just couldn't believe that, you know, we almost had the ideal situation, you know, in terms of the end for conference championships and the season as a whole.
And so, obviously, it's a new men's team, a lot of young guys. Who stepped up as a leader for the men?
Yeah, well, Nolan Danes really stepped up as a leader for the men's team. He's kind of a guy that the other guys kind of look up to, and even a lot of the ladies look up to. He's just got a maturity about him. I mean, he's also got a playfulness about him too. But when he's in practice, he's just got a maturity about the way he handles things. And then Ryan Shera on the men's team too. He's probably mature beyond his years. And his ability to just listen and take things and you know, be objective about it and not jump to assumptions and conclusions and things. You know, he's just been terrific about it.
And going from both the men's and women's teams, who surprised you this season that maybe you weren't expecting to perform so well or step up as a leader?
Oh my gosh, there's so many surprises, honestly. I mean, conference championships, it seemed like every swim was a good surprise in a lot of ways. I mean, you know, on the men's side, we had 2 guys, Jackson Shellog and Charlie Quinn, who started in the sprint group, training with us in the sprint team. And then, you know, partway through the season, you know, we converted to distance and, you know, swam a couple meets distance and then ended up swimming distance at conference championships. And they dropped like something around a minute or minute plus in their 1650s, you know, and Jackson's fallen in love with the 1650 now. He feels like he's found his events, you know. We just had surprises all across the board. I think, you know, some that weren't surprises too, but for the most part, a lot of pleasant surprises.
All right, well, congratulations on a great season and getting that men's team back into the swing of things, and we wish you the best of luck next season. But that's going to do it for us here at the Roundtable. Back to you, Monica and Kelsey.
Thanks, guys. The baseball team fell 2-4 after being swept by the College of Charleston. The first game was a close one, as the Gwins would fall 5-4 after a walk-off walk in the 9th inning. YSU started off strong in Game 2, taking a 2-0 lead in the top of the 3rd, but ended up losing 14-4. Jeff Whaler went 2 for 4 with a 2-run double and a stolen base. Nick Caruso batted well, going 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. The Gwins lost the final game 7-3. After the Cougars took a 7-1 lead following the 4th inning, the Gwins bullpen gave them a chance to come back. Dalton Eric, Gary Cliff Jr., and Chad Coles all put together 5 scoreless innings. Both Nick Caruso and Chad Coles got Horizon League weekly awards. Caruso was awarded Batter of the Week. He batted 500 and slugged 500 with 4 singles, a walk, 3 runs scored, and a .556 on-base percentage in 8 at-bats. Coles did not allow a hit and struck out 3 batters in 2.2 innings of scoreless relief. Congrats to Nick and Chad on these awards. Best luck to the team in their next series as they head to Abilene Christian for a 3-game series tonight at Crutcher Scott Field. First pitch is set for 7:35.
The softball team had an outstanding weekend off their week-long break, going 3-1 at the Pirate Classic, improving their record to 6-3. In their first game, YSU fell in their only loss of the weekend to Radford 4-0. In the following game against Norfolk State, junior Ellie Buffenbarger pitched YSU's first no-hitter since 2003, striking out 8 batters. Her dominating performance earned Buffenbarger Horizon League Pitcher of the Week. Our very own Kyle Wills had the chance to catch up with Ellie earlier this week to talk about her big game.
I honestly didn't even know. One of my teammates had said something before the last inning, which is like, you're never supposed to do that, but I was just like, okay, whatever, like I can just come out and keep pitching how I'm pitching. If I throw a no-hitter or whatever, the most important thing is that we win, but I was just feeling good on the mound.
YSU would go undefeated the last day in the tournament, defeating Sacred Heart 3-0 and Norfolk State once again 8-0. The Gwins will be enjoying another weekend off before they travel to Memphis, Tennessee and compete in the Memphis tournament next weekend.
And now the women's bowling team has expanded its roster with Madison Marks. Marks from Maplewood, Minnesota, has signed a national letter of intent to continue her bowling and academic career at YSU. With the three seniors Nikki Mendez, Rachel Darrow, and Ashley Kolb graduating, this expansion will help the loss of these seniors. This weekend, the team will head to Lincoln, Nebraska to compete in the Big Red Invitational at Hollywood Bowl Lanes. Good luck to the team this weekend.
The men's tennis team finished their last match of February this past weekend, unfortunately losing to Western Michigan 7-0. In both singles and doubles play, the Gwins fought hard but would fall short in every match, resulting in a defeat. In singles, Laurentiu Matacescu played against Ken Nucci. Nucci would win the first set 7-5, while Matacescu would win the second 6-3, but fall short in the tiebreaker 10-5. Vasilis Vardakis would also fall just shy of a win, losing 7-6 and 6-3. The Gwins will have a 2-week break to prepare for their next matchup against Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas.
And now the women's tennis team played Friday against UTEP, losing but not without a fight. It was a 4-3 decision to finish off the day. Iman Hassim, along with Elvira Esteo, took home 3-set single wins for the Gwins. They locked the doubles point through wins at number 1 and number 2. Sunday, tennis continued their stay at Las Vegas, Nevada with 2 losses. The Gwins fell 4-1 against Weber State and finished Sunday 4-0 to UNLV with only a number 1 doubles win. Jessica Stanmore's number 3 singles win also accomplished a lot for the Gwins that day. Tennis will next be seen playing Saturday against Niagara at the Avalon Athletic Club in Boardman.
Women's golf begins their spring season early next week. They first play at the KIAWAH Island Spring Classic. The event runs from March 1st to 3rd at the College of Charleston. Women's golf was also picked second in the Horizon League preseason poll, just behind IUPUI. The poll determines the preseason favorite. The women had a strong fall season and finished 4th in the 2019 Horizon League Fall Championships. The 2020 championships will take place from April 26th through the 28th.
The track and field team claimed first place titles in 3 events at the Al Campbell Invitational. Senior Julia Elliott won the 60-meter dash, while sophomore Srithia Henderson took first in the 200-meter. And finishing up out on the field, senior Brandon Orlando threw for first in shot put. For these performances, Elliott and Orlando were both named Athletes of the Week in the Horizon League. The Gwins will be hosting the Horizon League Championships this weekend, and before that, our very own CHRISTINA SAINOVICH had the chance to catch up with Jalea Elliott and Colin Harden to talk about the weekend coming up.
I'm very excited. Looking forward to getting another team win and hopefully do good in my individual races as well. So.
All of us are excited. It's just doing what we love to do. This is what we look forward to every year. We've been practicing hard every single day, every single week, so we're ready.
Fans can watch from home on ESPN3. Good luck to the team as they conclude their season.
It's now time for Penguin Play of the Week. We're going to send it over to Abbas Braswell, who has more.
Thanks, guys. This week's Play of the Week is an easy basket from none other than DARIUS QUISENBERRY to secure his 41st point of the game. Let's take a look. He's at the top of the key and he drives easily to get the point off the backboard with the layup. There it goes again. Can't hold him, and like I said, an easy basket. He made 7 threes and was 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Congratulations, DARIUS, and good luck with the rest of the season. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Abbas. That does it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, check out YSUsports.com. Be sure to follow us on all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm Monica Kurjan.
And I'm Kelsey Norris.
See you next Thursday, Penguin Nation.